police, they make this violation inside Arakan. I have seen personally with my eyes. The NDPHR, a Rohingya organization, has been against violence. Under the leadership of NDPHR, Rohingya have adopted negotiated settlement for their people. The Bislavi Rohingya peoples of Arkana also against violence, and one saved from their peace-loving Rakhine brothers a negotiated settlement from themselves. In a country like Burma and its Arakan province, lived by more than one ethnic group, peace could be achieved, not through repression, but through the recognition of human rights, right to citizenship of each fellow human beings. In our modern period, peace could be achieved through respecting human rights, making compromise through negotiated settlement. It is a process that the democracy movement leaders must recognize and follow. Rohingyas are for respect, for negotiated settlement, and for peace. Thank you very much.
I would like to thank alias Dr. Muhammad Ali for the excellent presentation. Now, according to the agenda number 10, Muhyiddin alias Umam Singh, that is I am, going to present my conference paper. The title is the problems of democratic development in Burma and the Rohingya people. The conference theme, Rohingyas for peace, reconciliations and respect, which covers the problems of democratic development in Burma and the Rohingya people. It is a long subject. This cannot be dealt within few minutes. So I'm not going to read the papers. I have no enough time because we have another program, question and answers sessions. The things I would like to tell each and everybody is that all national races, they say there are 135 national races, but we think there are more than 140 national races. And there is a trade. The SPDC military regime is doing a game with own people. Because in only Shin state, there are 65 national races representing only Mizo people, or you can say Zomi people. So among 135 national races, 65 national races belong to the Shin people. So it is a joke. Because some national races, they say, are only 50 people, 150 people, 200 people. But they are an indigenous race of Burma. Whereas we 4 million people, the Rohingya people, are scattered all over the world. Scattered all over the world. 1.5 million people now displaced in many various countries of the world. Saudi Arabia, Pakistan, Malaysia, United Arab Emirates, America, Canada, Caribbean Islands, and all other states. There are many, Thailand, Bangladesh, they were compelled to take refuge in other countries because due to well-founded fear of persecutions and the military operation that has been carried out by the brutal military forces, the Thermidor, which promised to protect our life and defend our entity, non-violence democratic way, then we the Rohingya people came forward to do whatever we can do. So, the Rohingya people are a part and parcel of the democratic forces. I come from New York, United States of America. There are many exile groups working for the restoration of democracy in Burma, advocating the cause of the democracy in Burma. But unfortunately, it is very much surprising that those democratic forces who are fighting for democracy, for the restoration of democracy, for the establishment of human rights and justice, equality, when we go together, they don't want to stand with us. And wonderful. Why? You are fighting for democracy, I am also fighting for democracy. You are also fighting for human dignity, I am fighting for human dignity. Why there is so much differences? That means some people among the democratic forces, and particularly the Rakhine Democrats and leaders, with whom we are living for 1,000 years together, they say, we are not part of them. So this is not democracy. So we say, this is a kind of racism, clearly to say, that should be learned through democratic educations, so that we can work together. The Rohingya people, we have here the Rohingya people, because they are the worst victims of military junta. There are many people who are suffering, but they never say, the military government never say them, you are not the citizens or you are not the nationals of Burma. Each and everybody, whether you say Shan, Kashi, Kari, Mon, Kaya, any races, they are suffering. They are under the subjugation of the military junta, but they are not deprived of their citizenship. But the Rohingyas have been declared stateless, non-citizen, temporary residents, foreigner residents in many names through 1982 citizenship law. Because we have lost our citizenship, so we lost the right of all rights. The citizenship right is the mother of all rights. So we are different. So I want to request all democratic forces and democracy movement leaders to think back what they are preaching, what they are advocating, what they are struggling for themselves, for the people of Burma. But when they come to us, to the people of Rohingyas, they say no. It is an unjustification. So, the problems of democratic development in Burma, today this is happening, and tomorrow even if they establish democracy in Burma, and again we will be suffering. This happened before during the parliament democracy period from 1948 to 1962. So from this time we have to struggle together to make them understand, to work unitedly, that democracy is for all the same. Human rights is same for all. You cannot deprive a group of people and you prefer some other people. This is not democracy. I am very proud of those Burmese democratic forces who are giving heavy prices for the restoration of democracy in Burma. I am proud of them. I am proud of our national leader, democracy icon, Aung San Suu Kyi, who has been in detention in her life 18 years, 12 years now she is suffering. And also our leader, the leader of the ADPHR, the leader of the Rohingya, U Chomin alias Shamsul Anwar, he is now suffering, he is now in the jail, he has been convicted on fabricated and false accusation and convicted for 7 years because he dares to work together with Aung San Suu Kyi, becoming a member of the National Representative Party Parliament, what is it?
Yes,
CRPP, Committee for Restoration of People's Parliament. This is his mistakes, they say, the military junta said. Because NDPHR, National Democratic Party for Human Rights, won 4 MP seats during 1990 elections. And then, based on the democratic concept, as the people are fighting for democracy, due to lack of implementation of the parliament systems, the Burmese pro-democratic groups created CRPP. Then U Chomin, our leader, the leader of the Rohingya, he has become a member of CRPP. That was his crime. Unfortunately, the Burmese military government said, he's a foreigner, you are not entitled to become MP. So we convict you for 7 years. You can imagine now, you can think what is happening. The person who was born in Burma, the person who has graduated from University of Burma, and the person who has become a head of the principal of a state school, high school, and then he has been scrutinized when he submitted his nomination for the election, and he was approved by election commission, and he has participated in all general elections since 1948, and now in 1990 general elections he became the MP. Now they say he's a foreigner, he moved from Arakan to Rangoon without permit. So he must be punished 47 years. Not only he, but his daughter, his wife, each 19 years. This is the things happening. My question here is, when he has been convicted on nationality ground, which is fabricated and wrong, the other democratic forces did not come forward to save him or to work for him, to advocate his innocence. They don't care. This is clearly a discrimination even among the democratic forces in the country, in all of the country. Excuse me, there are some people individually and some groups who are very new in the Western world, they say we are with you. But the majorities are not coming with us. Not only the Burmese military junta, but also the leaders of the democracy movement leaders, they are not coming in town with us. That is the thing we have seen here. Rohingya people. So it is an obstacle on the way to the development of democracy in Burma. Ladies and gentlemen, in your own country, you cannot be a citizen by birth or by distance. This is clearly violation of Universal Declaration of Human Rights. The Universal Declaration of Human Rights, these are God-gifted rights. Nobody can take it away. And we are not naturalized citizens of Burma. We, the Rohingya people, have been living for 1,000 years in Burma. We have history, we have tradition, we have culture, we have language, we have everything that is needed to become a standard national or citizens of Burma, like Shan, like Kachin, like Mon, like Karen. So, the first president of the Union of Burma, U Sochwethai, he clearly said, Rohingyas are indigenous people of Burma. They are same citizens like us, like Shan, like Karen, like Mon. He was the first president of the Union of Burma. This is not just seen singly in secret way. He announced from the radio in 1949, 1950. And again, to think the Prime Minister UNU, after the assassination of the General Aung San, he was the leader. And Burma became independent through him. And he says, UNU, from the radio announcement, not hiding in secretly, that Rohingyas are indigenous people, Rohingyas are citizens, they are the same as other national races of Burma. And then comes the defense minister, Ubaswe. He said, yes, they are Rohingyas, they are citizens, they are indigenous people. Through the radio broadcasting, through all people of Burma as ethnic races. These are the documents and evidences that we can say. And then again, Brigadier General Aung, when he came to frontier area in Mongla and Buthidaung, and the Muslim forces who were fighting for their identification and justice, in quest of identity as Rohingyas, exchanges, and they said, we will recognize Rohingya officially if you surrender. 3,000 Rohingya forces, patriotic forces surrendered. They say they are Mujahid. Mujahid means they are freedom fighters. They are not freedom fighters of the religion. They are freedom fighters for the survival. The Rohingyas were fighting for their survival, for their freedom, for their liberty. But they say they are fighting for religion and extremists, giving a wrong name. So they say, no, we are not fundamentalists. We want to have a condition that we should surrender if you recognize us as Rohingya. This is our Shirai's identity. So there was a compromise, there was a concession, and they laid on the arms. From violence, they become peaceful. And they were awarded Rohingyas ethnic identity through a big function where 6,000 people were present when they are laying down the arms in Mongla and Buthidaung. And Brigadier General Aung said, yes, you people are the Rohingyas, you are citizens of Burma, you are indigenous people, you have all the same rights that we enjoy. We are all same. From the very beginning of the independence up to 1962, the parliament democracy government and the leaders and everywhere, they recognized their Rohingyas. Even there was, from Burma Broadcasting Service, there was a Rohingya ethnic program. Every week, 3 times they are broadcasting. So if they are foreigners, why they are broadcasting their program as an ethnic minority race of Burma? This is thinking, this has to be thought. So I have very short time. At 10 o'clock, we are going to finish our conference, first session, first day. I have many things to say. We have enough reasons, we have enough evidences to prove that we are citizens of Burma, we are bona fide citizens of Burma, we are indigenous people of Burma, the Rohingyas are indigenous people of Burma. To sit on the table, to negotiate, to debate, and to challenge anyone from the Burmese military government to all Burmese democratic forces, including Rakhine, ultra-nationalists, who knowingly, willfully denying our existence in Arca, saying that we come from the neighboring country, southern Bangladesh, Chittagong. So we have enough reason, but it takes time. We are preparing ourselves mentally to debate, to fight for our cause, to fight for our freedom, to fight our liberty, to fight for our identity, to fight for our laws, citizenship rights. But I don't believe, they are saying we are foreigners, but I don't believe that they can win. Because they made in 1974 citizenship law, they made in 1982 citizenship law. If they really made it, then how they dare to allow the Rohingyas in 1990 to participate in the general elections. According to the 1974 citizenship law, according to the 1982 citizenship law, no Rohingya should be permitted to participate in voting and to stand for voting. Unfortunately, they say something, but they are not to implement it because it's wrong. This is just fabrication. This is just to show the world. This is just to make the people of Burma to divert their mentality from the democratic forces and showing them it is a fearful factor. These Rohingyas who are very dangerous, we have to fight with them first. So in 1990 general election, we have participated, and we have participated all 5 general elections since and before the independence of Burma. Even in 1937,